we have this, and before we put that in, we should, we'll just hang that right here for right now. We'll throw in our lifters, make sure they're nice and clean. Put this on over here. There we go. Now, turn this like this. And we'll get the degree wheel. I don't care what anybody says, size does matter and bigger is definitely better. This is much, much easier to read degree markings on a degree wheel like this. Most people use a degree wheel like this. You can see here in the space of 10 degrees, we have, 25 degrees. So much, much easier to read a larger degree wheel. So it's showing 12 degrees before top dead center. There we go, and here we're reading 14 degrees after top dead center. So we're going to go right in the middle of that, and that would be top dead center. So we got 12 one side corner, so we got to go back 13 degrees, which would be right here. And then we'll adjust that, our pointer. There we go, that's right, reading right at 0. Yeah. Okay, cool. So now we've got that. Now we just have to take a look at our cam card. Now I mentioned before that I made a new timing mark on the cam gear. You should always check a cam. Even if you're not going to degree it in on a Corvair, you have no choice to check it. You really have to degree it in. On a V8, with the timing marks lined up, that would put the cam in the overlap position. You could put a straight edge across the lifters, and the lifter should be even, or the intake lifter just slightly higher, so you know it's slightly advanced. We got this camshaft. This is custom made from an excellent grinder. It's a real quality cam, but the camshaft keyway was actually put in about 16 camshaft degrees off, which is just amazing. I've never seen that before. I would continue to buy cams from this cam manufacturer. I mean, I've bought hundreds of cams from them before. It's the first time I ever had a problem. And in my opinion, you can tell more about a company when things go wrong than when they're going right. When things are going right, it's real easy for anybody to give great service and be a terrific company. I bought this cam from Corvair, and I sent Corvair an email letting them know that the keyway was in about 16 camshaft degrees off. Told them there's no problem. I'm using an adjustable gear. I degree everything in, so there's no issue. Dave Corvair himself telephoned me. I mean, he didn't return an email, he telephoned me because he said that this is something that deserved a phone call and personal attention. First things he asked was, is everything okay with the cam? Is it usable? Do you need a different one? Do you need us to do anything? The first words out of his mouth. And that was the same day that I sent the email. I told him, no problem. Then he started asking some questions, and I know what he's doing. He's questioning very tactfully questioning the installer, which I had already done, because when this is, I'm just doing this for the video now. I've already had the cam in the first time I was checking for valve clearance with my pistons, and it was way off, and I was sure that I had done something wrong. So, installer error is always the first thing that you think of. It's the first thing I thought of. But anyhow, we went over things, and I sent him all the numbers of, how it degreed in, and he appreciated that and told me if there's ever anything he can do, just let him know. But anyhow, I just figured I'd mention that. It just shows that you should never take anything for granted. I mean, there's probably a 1 in a million shot at getting something like that. If I had just installed the camshaft by lining up the gears, one, the exhaust valves all would have hit the pistons, and two, even if they didn't, the chances of this thing running at all would be very slim. But we caught that. Make a minor adjustment, and everything's going to be just honky-dory. And so it just goes to show, take nothing for granted. Check everything. Okay, so now I'm going to rotate this. I got that on the base circle. And I'm going to rotate this around till it comes up to 50 thousandths tappet rise. Oh, beautiful, beautiful clearance and acceleration ramps on this cam. Absolutely beautiful the way that thing lifts. There we go. And okay. Got that. 6. And now we'll go till it closes, and I like to back it up just so that we always have the same tension on the, take all my measurements with the lifter pushing up against the indicator rather than the indicator pushing the lifter to follow the cam. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and check the lobe center on this too. Let's go just up to 0. There's 0. Okay, so I finished degreeing in the cam. I checked the camshaft center line. You bring it up just about to full lift, maybe 30-40 thousandths below that. Check each side and split the difference, and that'll be the center. Because the nose is kind of big, you can't get an accurate reading just trying to go up to full lift. Everything's within about 1 degree of the cam card. It just doesn't get any better than that. We have had the cam coated, so it winds up getting blasted and sprayed with a coating, so that will affect things. Within 1 degree of the cam card is just phenomenal. So this is good. We'll go ahead and lock down this cam gear. We'll pull all this crap off and bag this thing up, and the next thing we're going to work on is checking the deck height with all our individual cylinders, adjusting them in the lathe. We're shooting for 0 deck. And, soon we'll be ready to start putting the rest of this together and slapping some heads on it and getting in the car. We're also going to, I think next we'll put on the bell housing so we can protect the timing gears. And we'll stand it up on end, and we'll get the oil pan and stuff on it too. And we have some modifications we're going to do to the oil pan. We'll show you that. We'll do that on the Bridgeport. Okay, so till the next video. See you later.